Hi, this is Sandeep Patil.
Hi, this is Chirag Patil.
You are
And
watching?
You're watching Bollywood Hungama.
History is being created with the movie 83, directed by Kabir Khan. And it's a huge honor to have with me Sandeep Patil ji, who played a very, very important role in the victory of India in that World Cup. That semi final knockoff is something that will always be etched in the golden terms in the Indian cricket and in the Indian history. And we have with us Chirag Patil, his son, who's playing him on screen. Very having you guys on Bollywood Hungama.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much.
It's really wonderful to talk to you right now because you've always been a huge hero as far as Indian cricket is concerned, as Indian is concerned. Because I think what you managed to do has been phenomenal. And as we were talking off camera, that semi-final knock of 52 runs in 31 balls was very, very important, especially when the English media had written India off, and it must have been tough time for you.
Yeah, it was important not only for me, it was important for the team because we had to, the entry into final was very important. And I consider myself lucky that I got that opportunity. You try so many things in your career and not everybody gets such opportunity. And maybe I was lucky that Kapil sent me because 4-5 of us we were ready. After the partnership between Mohinder and Yashpal, it raised eyebrows. It created a little panic situation because the run rate was climbing, and as they are, the heartbeats were going also with that climbing run rate. But Kapil made a decision that I should go. I think after what happened was history. Very, very happy that Kabir is trying to make this film. All over world, the cricketing world, they watched us play. Now, after so many years, we are going to get a chance to watch ourselves played by others. So, waiting for 10th April.
And you're being played by your son, Chirag Patil.
No, not really.
He's the actor who's playing.
See, I think maybe in the history of film industry, this is the first time someone has got this opportunity to play father's, character or father's role, or to imitate father, and that too in a film, and in such a big, masterpiece, the World Cup '83. So, good luck to him. He whatever I saw, the clippings and the pictures I saw, I must say that nakli looks asli.
That's a good
That,
one,
that, that much I can say.
As I was talking to your manager a short while back, so the knock of the semi-final, it's something that it cannot be taken out because there's so many things in '83 World Cup. One can't fit in almost everything, but that knock cannot be taken out. It has to be a part of it. What was your mind space when you were actually shooting for that knock?
I would say great responsibility, first of all, because, he's a big name. Sandeep Patil is a big name, and to represent him, and I'm his son, so it was an added responsibility. But we were training for it 8 months before we went for shoot, and I did a little extra. In the morning, we used to train with the team, the 83 team, and I used to go in the evening to Mr. Chandrakant Pandit's academy to learn cricket because I've never played cricket in my life. In fact, the first day, because he's a cricketer and my grandfather was a cricketer, so I thought that even I should try. So I think I was in the 6th standard, and I said, "Ki chalo, even I'll go."
But he tried wrong way.
So the first day he saw me and he said, "You'll never play for India. Don't waste your time." And since that day, I started working on. I wanted to be an actor since then. So I started working in that direction. I didn't know that the biggest film I'll do in my life, till date, would be about cricket. So I had to start from scratch. Learning cricket from scratch because when you see me on screen, it should not look like इसको आता नहीं है खेलने को, किसको लिया है. So people are right ready to judge even a little bit up and down you do. So you have to be bang on in that. So I was very particular about it, and that knock, I remember we spent I think around 4 to 5 days shooting that knock, and my back, my neck was gone because the way he stood, his stance. It's not something that you can get it in one day. So, and to do that for 8 hours a day was really tough. But thanks to our preparation before that, I could do it, and I hope I've done a good job.
Because एक बहुत important चीज़ है जो कि इस फिल्म के रिलेशन में आ रहा है कि जो प्रिपरेशन बिफोर द एक्चुअल शूट जितना करा गया है, चाहे वो स्क्रिप्टिंग के लेवल पे हो, चाहे फिर आप लोगों का जो धर्मशाला में आप लोगों ने
जी।
कैंप आप लोगों का था वहाँ पर आप लोगों ने किया है. एंड आई थिंक संदीप सर वेंट टू धर्मशाला एज वेल फ्रॉम व्हाट
No, I was the only one. I didn't go because I think the one good thing happened with Chirag is he had seen me for years, number of years. The other characters played by the other stars, actors, they had to spend some time with if someone is playing Mohinder or Yash or Dilip. Chirag had that advantage that because of
facial
of
expressions,
spending so many years together, the mannerism and everything he knew. Kabir never asked me to be at
present over
there during that bonding session.
No, more than that, I think every son idolizes his father and looks up to him. So, you try to copy your father when you're a kid anyways. So, वो एक आ गया था मेरे में और because even I tell you, when we went for practice, Kabir sir had, selected a few videos of him and then he shot me batting. And when he showed me those videos, it was actually, I was like looking pretty much there, which it was a shock for me also because I also didn't know that. अरे यार मेरे को आता है क्या?
I think that's a crucial part.
Yeah.
Because I think that is something that he's consciously working on. The way
Correct.
we see Ranveer's,
Correct.
even the way Kapil sir's, left it used to come up and so because this is all
Nataraj shot.
Nataraj shot, yeah.
No, it's the
and his
mannerisms.
facial expression. So I think,
That was the main
and
thing.
even Sandeep sir had a very, very typical,
His walk.
yeah.
So
that swag that लोग swag के बारे में आज बात करते हैं वो natural था.
वो तब का इनफैक्ट हम जब we were preparing for it, Balwinder Singh Sandhu was coaching us. First day he told me कि उसका फील्ड का चाल अलग है और रात को पार्टी का चाल अलग है, तो you have to दोनों करना पड़ेगा. So I was like कि ठीक है जो भी है. And whenever I had a query, of course, he was always there to help. It was amazing experience.
I'm personally looking forward to that knock for sure. I think because that must have been a beautiful knock. Because as I was talking to you off screens off the camera, sir, आज के time पे भी अगर 31 balls में आप 52 बनाएंगे, वो भी एक whirlwind knock मानी जाएगी in any form of cricket. 60 overs का वनडे होता था उस time पे 83 World Cup में. उसमें वो knock खेलना, that must have been like a one swashbuckling knock that you must have played, and as you said that was your style.
Yeah, I guess it was
That
my
was your
style.
style of
Not
playing as
only
well.
me, Kirti Azad, you take Kapil Dev, all of those guys, big hitters, and we enjoyed our batting. We were and like I said, the best thing happened to us, to that particular team of '83 was we never carried any burden because there was no expectation. The burden of expectation is so huge. It can kill you. It kills your everything, your skills, your batting style, whatever it is. If you have to perform well, you take any field, any sports you take. If you are carrying that burden of, you want to do well, you want to be successful, it doesn't happen. And to our advantage, nobody expected, we never thought that we'll even win first, match, because as the World Cup started, we had three practice games prior to the World Cup.
And you lost.
All three we lost.
You lost all of them.
So how on the earth, how you going to even imagine that you're going to win a match? We had lost to minor county, we had lost to New Zealand, and I think we had lost to Sri Lanka, and then we are playing West Indies.
In the first match,
And
you won.
you
And you went on to
look
win
at
that.
the names, forget about watching them on the field. You just go through the names and you say कि नहीं baba, इनसे दूर रहे तो अच्छा है.
Interestingly, you requested the BCCI that you wanted to go 2 weeks before the World Cup.
Yes.
And because you were playing for Edmonton at that point of time, and
Yes.
you wanted to practice with them.
Yes, because I had a rib injury.
Rib injury as well.
Which nobody knew, and those days it is not like hiding a injury, but this concept was not there. There was very little information about your fitness regime or whatever it is. There was no coach, there was no physio, there was no doctor, there was no trainer. If you are injured, you just look after yourself, and that's what Sunil Gavaskar taught us. If you are injured, better you look after yourself and get back on the field. Even with my head injury, if in today's cricket, modern day cricket, if something like that happens, head injury, I'm sure the cricketer would spend 1 year in rehab. because of that rib injury, I wanted to have some knock, because I was not able to properly walk also. And then we are going for the World Cup.
Right.
So I requested BCCI, then Mr. A.W. Kanmadikar, who was the secretary, and he really readily agreed. And I was playing league cricket in England, London, this Middlesex League. So I requested my captain David Ellingham that if I come early, 2 weeks early, would I get a practice sessions or would I get to play a practice match or something like that. They too readily agreed.
Right.
And that helped me.
Sure.
That helped me in healing my injury also, because if your body is not, helping you, if your body is not with you, you're not going to perform. And you're talking about World Cup. For that matter, whenever you try and play for your country, everything has to be perfect. So I wanted to, get myself fit. I wanted to get myself back on the field as soon as possible.
You've also been known for your courage, in spite of the fact that you played maybe a lesser number of tests and one-day matches, but you're known for your courage in Australia before the World Cup. You were hit on the throat, I believe, and you came the next day and you scored a century.
I was hit on the throat before tea time, and we were in a very bad situation, and everybody requested me to wear a helmet. And Sir Garfield Sobers was sitting in our dressing room, and he said, "Lad, what a beautiful knock you're playing." So बिना कॉलर की कॉलर भी मेरी टाइट हो गई, कि अरे सर गारफील्ड सोबर इज प्रेजिंग, माय नॉक, हेलमेट भी मैं छोड़ दो. And when you have a double mind, always you carry a double mind, your action halfway. After tea time, first over, I was hit by Rodney Hogg prior to the tea time. Last over before the tea time. First over after tea time, Lenny Pascoe hit me on my skull, in my ear. I had a jaw fracture, everything. I collapsed. I was in a coma. I was in hospital. And then to come back on the field, and press had written me off. They all mentioned about Nari Contractor's injury, that he had to give up cricket. And similar thing had happened. I was not wearing a helmet. So I take credit in introducing helmet in Indian cricket with that knock, because 14 helmets were called, immediately after that knock. And nice of Sunil Gavaskar, who took a decision to call me from the hospital bed, literally from the hospital bed. He said, "You come and bat." And there was no chance that India was going to save that match, because we were in deficit of something like 250 runs with just 2 wickets left. And my partner was, I think, Karsan Gavri when I walked into bat. But when I walked into bat, the whole Sydney cricket ground, they stood, they welcomed me. And I said, wow, what a moment. I don't get to experience such moments. But second ball I got out, Dennis Lilly, first ball bouncer. There was no restrictions then, those days, on bouncers. And there was an 8-ball over in Test cricket. There was an 8-ball over.
Interesting.
So one could bowl all eight bouncers. So rightly expected that Dennis, we bowled first ball bouncer. I ducked. I was dropped by Doug Walters. 4 runs. So everybody clapped. I got 4 runs. Coming from hospital, and 4 runs. Second ball again bouncer. I was out. And they said, my God, ये क्या हो गया. 2 मिनट पहले सारे उठ के ताली बजा रहे थे. अभी कैसी कैसी गाली मिलेगी. But this has happened with me so many times. But to select me again for the second test match, which was, I think, another week's time, and to send me at the same number, was a great decision. The people say I played a great knock, but I said that Sunil made a great decision.
And you scored a century.
I scored 174 with a helmet.
With or without helmet, I think that's irrelevant. And helmet at that point of time, it did not have visor at that point of time.
Yeah, no visor.
So,
in fact, that's why Sunil never wore a helmet.
Yeah, he used
Only
to wear that.
Dilip Doshi, he had the visor, because there was obstruction. All year from childhood, you played with a cap or a hat, and suddenly some glass thing cover comes in front of you. It's like driving a car. ऐसे कि मैं गाड़ी क्यों चल रहा हूँ, wicket के ऊपर. That kind of a feeling is, wiper कहाँ है, So we were not comfortable. The visor was available, by the way, but we only wore the ear protection, the side protection, and managed it.
You've been part of several Marathi productions. How important is this film for you?
I think this is one of my biggest films. I mean, I've done Hindi films also before, but they haven't worked. So it's been a struggle for last 10 years. He's witness to it. But very few people know about it, because, many of my films haven't released. Some have not done well. Some have, ran for just a day. So nobody knows about it. But I think this film, I hope it, opens new doors for me.
Yeah, because already the projections, the way I think all of you guys, the way the posters are coming out, I think that's wonderful. And even before you guys left for London, we had that interaction.
Yeah,
And everyone was given that equal importance.
Correct.
Be it Ranveer. So Ranveer was just one part of the
that
team.
that credit goes to Ranveer, because he's the right guy for that part. Apart from playing Kapil Dev, even to be like a elder brother to all of us, because he's a superstar, he knows everything. But he has never let us feel that he's a superstar, and he's always helped us whenever there's these interactions or anything. He briefs us before that because it's new for us.
There's so many stories regarding the World Cup. When you guys came back, I think the day you guys won, you went for some sort of sandwich 4 o'clock in the night.
Me and Ravi Shastri.
You and Ravi Shastri. And when you guys came back, Indira Gandhi, she broke the protocol and she actually welcomed you guys at Hyderabad House.
Hyderabad House.
And actually served you, I think, pani puris or something like that.
Yeah, not only me, everybody. It was winning the World Cup was a great thing for all of us. And what happened after World Cup, winning that World Cup, the kind of welcome we got from all the Indians, all our fans, was tremendous. And especially when it comes from your Prime Minister, late Madam Indira Gandhi, who had arranged a dinner, sort of a get-together at Hyderabad House. And it is not that we had not met her. We had met her a couple of times before that. During those times, it was always a protocol. You had to follow, rules that, okay, you don't approach, let Prime Minister come to you. If she asks, then only, you approach. Or if she, asks a question, then only you answer. You can't talk like that. But here we are, to our, surprise, when our team coach went to Hyderabad House, there was not a single security guy. There was just one lady we could see. It was in the evening, 7 o'clock something. So it was kind of dark. And we could see a lady in a sari just standing there. And our manager, Mr. Man Singh, he was, sitting in front. So he shouted, "Ki boys, madam is, waiting for us." So we should, my God. We thought that अंदर जाके फिर वो आएंगे, ये आएगा, वो आएगा, फिर मैडम की पधारेंगे, like it happens in Buckingham Palace. पहले छोटे छोटे लोग जाते हैं, बाद में राजा आता है, रानी आती है. So we never expected madam standing there, and she literally बस से नीचे उतरते समय भी हाथ पकड़ के उन्होंने सबको उतराया. बीवीआई भी थी, कई प्लेयर्स की बीवीआई भी थी. देन सबको अंदर ले गई. देयर वाज अ नाइस लवली गार्डन और पूरा वो टिक्का स्टॉल, क्या बोलते हैं, चाट का स्टॉल लगाया था. एंड देयर ऑल्सो देयर नॉट मेनी पीपल, ओनली जो सर्व करने वाले थे वो थे. एंड शी स्टार्टेड विथ कपिल देव बिकॉज ही वाज अ कैप्टन कि बेटा आप क्या खाओगे. एंड वी वर जस्ट वेटिंग. ऐसा नहीं कि हम लोग चले गए और अपना डिश उठा के खाना शुरू किया. शी सेड कि आई एम गोइंग टू सर्व ईच वन ऑफ यू, एंड शी सर्व्ड ईच वन ऑफ अस. एंड दैट वाज, माय गॉड, अभी भी रोंगटे खड़े होते हैं. आई मीन दिस काइंड ऑफ अ जेस्चर फ्रॉम योर प्राइम मिनिस्टर, हाथ से खिलाना, कभी आप सोच भी नहीं सकते. वर्ल्ड कप तो ठीक है हम खेलते रहते, कभी जीत होती है, कभी हार होती है, बट कैन यू इमेजिन प्राइम मिनिस्टर ऑफ योर कंट्री इज फीडिंग यू, आस्किंग यू क्या खाओगे बेटा. एंड आई सेड कि मुझे पानी पूरी बहुत पसंद है. तो हाथ पकड़ के चलो मैं ले जाती हूँ. एंड बना के, ऐसे नहीं कि उन्होंने जो बनाने वाला था उसको बोला. शी पिक्ड अप पूरी, शी ब्रोक द पूरी, शी फिल्ड एवरीथिंग एंड देन खिलाया. माय गॉड,
that must have been truly special.
Fantastic.
Now Sandeep sir has had a phenomenal journey, be it the way he was supported by his father, when he has got into Ranji cricket, and he scored some amazing knocks over there, getting into the Indian team, Test cricket, one day. Maybe many people say that did not realize his potential the way he deserved to be. Film career, and then he goes on to help Kenya enter the semi-finals of 2003 World Cup, and it was considered to be a great achievement in many ways as well. Do you think that he deserves a biopic of his own?
I don't think he will like it.
Why?
What I know him of.
No. I'll. It is not that whether I like it or not. It's like when I wrote that Sandy Storm, my first book.
In 84.
It was, in 84. It was sort of forced on me. सुनील गावस्कर ने चाबी लगाई. He was writing his Idol. So Idol के साथ एक कोई पैरेलल चीज चाहिए, इसलिए रूपा एंड रूपा कंपनी दे अप्रोच मी कि आप भी लिखो कुछ. आई हैड नॉट डन एनीथिंग. सी, टू राइट अ बुक और टू डू अ बायोपिक ऑन समवन, यू हैव टू be someone special.
I disagree with him.
No, I think even I disagree with that.
See, so many biopics. The Mary Kom, what a lovely thing Priyanka has done with Mary Kom. Now, I think Pariniti is doing something. Saina, yeah. All those biopics. Azhar ka bahar aaya tha kuch. That flopped. I think biopic has to be done on people who have played 100 test matches, something who have done beyond. Sachin Tendulkar की बात करें या कपिल देव, दिलीप वेंगसरकर, सुनील गावस्कर, all those who have served country for years. मैं तो एक मिक्स भजिया बोलते हैं ना, भजिया एक अलग होती है और मिक्स भजिया साथ में चूरा होता है ना.
I don't think so.
I'll tell you why I feel that what he's saying is absolutely wrong. Because see, he's played cricket for India, he's acted in a film, he's been a coach, he's been a commentator, he's been a presentator, he's been a chef, a rally driver, he's sung his own record, he was an editor for Shatkar for so many years, he's been he has done business. Who does so many things in one career?
Chairman of selecting.
Coach also.
Yeah, coach as well. Yeah.
So many careers in one life. Then he went through divorce. He got out of that. He went through a rough patch. I mean, just look at his life. I'm not talking about just cricket. I'm talking that.
Yeah, even I was saying from that
whole
perspective.
life.
जो आदमी कुछ कर नहीं पाता है, वो आदमी ये सारी चीजें ट्राई करता है. इधर नहीं तो ये करके देखो, अरे वो करके देखो.
No, but see, what he's trying to say is like, say, maybe many people feel, a lot of your contemporaries feel that you could have done a lot more in terms of Test cricket and one day, and then to come back and do that thing what you did with Kenya in 2003 was, अभी आप स्क्रीन पे अभी अपने आप से स्क्रीन पे सामने आ रहा है.
But मुझे नहीं लगता कि
2003 it was entirely.
See, cricket is a team game. It is not played by one individual or one player. You only win when everything falls in place. 11 has to click together. It's like, जब आप ये 10 उंगलियों की मुट्ठी बनाते हो तो ताकत बन जाती है. एक उंगली का काम नहीं होता है. What happened with Kenya? I was the coach, but who performed on the field? The Kenyan players. They performed. I just guided them.
All credit goes to him because I've seen what kind of people they were. They didn't have any idea,
I think
and then he put that whole thing into them.
It's time for Rapid Fire with Sandeep Patil, sir. If you're a journalist, what question would you ask to following people? Sachin Tendulkar.
How he, got his consistency.
If you have to ask a question to Virat Kohli.
How you change yourself from wild to mild. His transformation I have seen when I was at NCA as the director NCA. Virat Kohli of that period and Virat Kohli taking all the responsibilities now. Two different Virat Kohlis I have seen. How it happened?
Yuvraj Singh.
Oh, he's my most favorite player. I feel so bad that, he could not continue the way he started. The God's gift, I would say. What is God's gift in cricket? Yuvraj Singh. His batting style.
So any question to him?
Why he suddenly stopped liking me.
Oh, okay.
After he got dropped, all those who got dropped when I was chief selector, they stopped talking to me, and I fully understand. I accept. But Yuvraj, who I have seen from age of 1, जिसे कंधे पे खिलाया है, his father played with me. I had a special affection, special liking for him, and truly God's gift, I would say, is his batting. I envy him.
What can be the worst way for a batsman to get out?
The way Shrikant crawled back his crease and got run out, or when Shrikant took a stroll and John Embury ran him out from gully. Most embarrassing. You're playing a test match and you're going for a stroll. At Wankhede Stadium it happened.
I think I remember that. 3 international players you wish were part of current Indian team.
Vivian Richards, Richard Headley, Ian Botham.
Who according to you is the most underrated player in Indian team today?
Ajinkya Rahane.
Whom would you call the best Indian captain ever?
Till today, I think Saurav Ganguly.
You feel Saurav Ganguly was the best captain? Why do you say that?
Yeah, because the team was going through transition. and he gave that new look to the team, new confidence. Mahendra Singh Dhoni had these great players. Ganguly created those great
Created
players.
those players. That's a very good observation. Yeah. The 2001 NatWest Trophy in
Yeah,
in
everything,
England, I think,
everything. Because I've been with these guys for ages from their early days. So I've seen all of them grow.
What's the most common mistake most of the coaches generally do?
That you have special talent and you're going to play for country. You know, why make a statement? Playing for the country, it doesn't happen overnight. It's a process. Like graduation or when you get your doctorate, you spend 20 long years studying that particular subject, or you want to do anything special in any field.
Right.
You have to spend a number of days, number of hours, number of years. So most of the coaches, after seeing a boy, "Are test player, future test player, future Sachin Tendulkar." I think Sachin Tendulkar has सब बिगाड़ दिया है उन्होंने. All this calculation, ये जो mind set है ना, बिगाड़ दिया है parents का. It's Sachin Tendulkar. I blame Sachin for that.
Who do you think is the Sachin Tendulkar of Bollywood today?
Say Amir Khan.
Because of his consistency and
Consistency, intensity, his hunger, is so perfect. It's like when he does a film, it's 100. Like Sachin Tendulkar, when he walks on the field, you expect 100. So similar, Amir Khan. There's so many other great actors. Shah Rukh, all my friends. Amitabh Bachchan, the great Amitabh Bachchan. But that perfection, the Amir is very close.
how do you rate yourself as an actor?
You should ask director. बेचारे हमारे director राजा थे, वो बेचारे रास्ते पे आ गए. I
But
feel
apparently the
sad.
film started on a strong note.
Oh, brilliant! It was a super hit by Rotten Eggs and Tomatoes. Super duper hit. It ran for first show, and first show में आधे लोग तो मेरे ही थे. And I have that copy. If anybody wants to see, कभी अजनबी थे, I have that copy.
Have a good laugh.
See, the best thing happened in Kabhi Azdami The. I taught all the youngsters how not to dance, how not to cry, how not to fight, how not to act. The film industry today, they show my film कि ये मत करना. आपको actor बनना है, ये मत करना.
Any one player who has immense potential but it is not being used properly in today's team.
Rishabh Pant,
6 balls, 6 runs to win, 4 wickets in hand. Which Indian bowler would you hand the ball to defend the score?
Bumrah,
ODI या T20?
none, both.
Test
I
cricket.
am a test cricketer. I follow test cricket. I believe test cricket.
Jasprit Bumrah या Bhuvneshwar Kumar?
Jasprit Bumrah.
What is worse, rain stopping the game या using Duckworth-Lewis method to decide winner?
Duckworth Lewis.
6 sixes in an over or a hat-trick of wickets?
Hat-trick of wickets.
England या New Zealand, who really deserve to win the World Cup 2019?
New Zealand.
Poha या Upma, your favorite?
Both.
Both.
Both I make well.
Have you ever wanted to abuse the umpire on field?
Yes.
Have you ever used curse words on the field?
Yes.
Do you think today's cricket has lost its charm?
Little bit.
Little bit.
Characters. They have lost characters. The characters in our days, Sandeep Patil was number one, and so many others followed. Kirti Azad, Yashpal Sharma, Javed Miandar,
Shrikant,
so many.
Right.
Sunil Gavaskar himself.
Sunil Gavaskar, Ian Botham.
Yeah, Ian Botham, Kapil Dev, all characters. That is missing.
It's time for Chirag Patil. He's got a tough task ahead. Rapid fire with Chirag Patil. If you were a journalist, what question would you ask to following people? Ranveer Singh.
Where does he get his energy from? I want to know, genuinely.
Sandeep Patil.
Where does he get his swag from?
MS Dhoni.
Where does he get his, consistency, I would say?
Which is that one batsman whom you can never see getting out?
Sachin.
Your all-time favorite top 3 cricketers?
Dad, of course. Sachin and Virat.
A Marathi film you would love to remake in Hindi?
Nata Samrat.
Any 3 directors you'd like to work with in future?
Karan Johar, Adi Chopra, Rajkumar Irani.
Who do you think is the Virat Kohli of Bollywood today?
I think Ranveer Kapoor.
Ranbir Kapoor. Why do you say that?
I feel he's very natural as an actor and he's class apart.
If a biopic were to be made on following people, what title would you suggest? Virat Kohli,
Unstoppable.
Sandeep Patil,
Ultimate swagster.
Yuvraj Singh.
Lion.
What one thing you just don't like about cricket?
The commercials in between.
What can be the funniest way for a batsman to get out?
I think Dad just said those two.
Shrikant.
Yeah, Shrikant getting out.
Saurabh Ganguly या MS Dhoni, the better captain?
I think I feel MS Dhoni because he's more of my generation. Saurav Ganguly is a little bit a generation behind us.
Akshay Kumar या Ajay Devgan, your favorite actor?
Both.
Ravindra Jadeja या Hardik Pandya, the better all-rounder?
Jadeja.
Fast bowling या spin? What do you enjoy batting against more?
Spin.
Suresh Raina या Manish Pandey, the better fielder?
Suresh Raina.
Chennai Super Kings या Mumbai Indians, your favorite IPL team?
Kolkata Knight Riders.
Okay. Alia Bhatt या Shraddha Kapoor, your favorite?
Alia Bhatt, of course.
Pav Bhaji या Pani Puri, your favorite street food?
Pav Bhaji.
Have you ever wanted to be a cricketer?
No.
Have you ever cried while watching a match?
Never.
Do you think Duckworth-Lewis method should be removed?
No.
Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. So, sir, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
It was lovely
Pleasure.
talking to you. And all the best wishes for your
Thank you so
film.
much.
And looking forward to seeing you in many, many more films.
Thank you.
And all the best wishes, sir. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Cheers.
That's all we have from Bollywood Hungama. Keep on watching.
Hi, this is Sandeep Patil.
Hi, this is Chirag Patil.
You are
You're
watching
watching Bollywood Hungama.